Hi, good day, and you are welcome to another lecture of the Home Care Assistant Training course. And we started with growth and development in the last lecture, and this time around we talked about infancy from 0 or birth to 1 year. Then we also talked about from 1 to 3 years. This week, or in this particular lecture, we are going to talk about 3 to 8 years. Some of the things that do happen, some of the changes, some of the things you should do. 3 to 8 years, sorry about that. This is the last lecture for this week. So let's talk about preschool, 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. Physically, children become increasingly able to run, jump, skip, climb, and slide. They become more and more active. Normal children become more and more active. Their fine motor skills such as drawing, coloring, using safety scissors, and also develop. They also develop. So they have fine motor skills. So they are more responsible for their physical care. They like to bath, dress, eat, and go to the bathroom on their own to wee. They are more responsible at this particular age. Emotional children at this stage become sure of themselves and will stick up for themselves. They can tolerate more frustrations, and they begin to develop rules of their own. They just develop some rules for their own self. So they start becoming less reliant on their caregivers. So you should understand them. Socially, they begin to enjoy cooperative play and the company of other children. They now want to play with others. At the toddler stage, they want to play alongside others. People are playing, other children are playing, they are also playing, but they are not playing together. But at this stage, they want to play with others, and they are concerned if other children feel sad or upset about them. At the previous stage, when they snatch things from others, they cry to take others' things. At the toddler stage, they feel like the thing belongs to them. They become so possessed. But at this stage, that when other children become upset or sad, they also feel it. They become so concerned, and they enjoy the company of parents and caregivers, and they want to make or be like them. They want to, but unfortunately, for children, female children, they want to be like their mothers. When you buy toys for them, they start putting them at their back, and they start playing with empty cans as if they are cooking. They'll be doing that cooking stuff with sand. They want to mimic their parents. The guys too who want to do mimic their fathers and the men around. Intellectually, children develop more competence in speech and will ask endless questions, 1,001 questions. If you have a child within this age range, just prepare yourself for questions. Every little thing they want to know about it, and do not shun them away, please. Answer every little, even though it may be boring. Answer every little, but do not lie to them. If you don't know, let them know that you don't know. And they are highly imaginative, and they are beginning to know the difference between facts and fiction. So please do not be lying to them. Let them know whether this story you are telling them is fiction. Let them know that this whatever you are telling her is a real life story or a fiction. So when they begin to understand it, they appreciate more what is more science. So when you begin to tell them the fact from this stage, when they grow, they begin to also they trust you more. But when you continue to scare them with fictitious or superstitious belief, and they grow and they realize that it's not true, the trust reduces. As a caregiver, encourage the children to play with others. Encourage them to play with others. It is very good. And encourage children to try new things too. And also to also include children with disabilities. Encourage them that if they see other children with disabilities, they are just like them, and they should play with them and appreciate them too. Let's look at middle childhood development, 6 to 11 years. Children experience extensive physical, social, and mental growth from 6 to around 11 years. Some of them may be starting basic school by then. Middle childhood is marked by increased independence from the family and increased focus on the demands of school, because they've started school, they are now in basic school. They also think about their friends and independent recreational activities. They like to talk about their school, their friends, where they visited, the malls and the places that you took them to. They become more independent from the family, and they're able to describe their experiences and their thoughts and feelings, and they want to be like and accepted by friends, classmates, and teammates. So now they are fitting more into the society. They are not just concerned about what others feel about them, but they also want to be accepted. They also want to be accepted. If your child goes to school and he or she is laughed that the shoe is not nice, when they come, they will tell you that the shoe is not nice, and they wouldn't want to wear the shoe back to school again, because he also wants to be accepted by his or her friend. Your role may include a number of tasks. As a caregiver, your role may include a number of tasks and should be determined in discussion with your supervisor and the family. So whatever you want to do for the child, please kindly discuss with your supervisor and the mother or the parents of the child, so that, because children at this stage are they are also very adventurous. They may want to do things independently, and whatever you want to do for the child, you give you some tips. But whatever you want to do for the child, let it be a discussion between you, your supervisor, and the family. Include the child too. Hi, good day, and you are welcome to another lecture of the home care assistant training course. And we started with growth and development in the last lecture, and this time around we talked about infancy from 0 or birth to 1 year. Then we also talked about from 1 to 3 years. This week, in this particular lecture, we are going to talk about 3 to 8 years. Some of the things that do happen, some of the changes, some of the things you should do. 3 to 8 years, sorry about that. This is the last lecture for this week. Let's look at the list where they start having that secondary sexual characteristics. So young people experience physical changes, they develop unique personal identity, become more independent, and are focused on peer relationship. They are focused on having relationship with their friends, not even their family members and all that. They are more focused on peer relationship. They are more independent. Main changes in the Caregivers guide. Individuals develop an increasing unique sense of self during this period, and they often believe that their thoughts and ideas are distinctive and not understood by others. They see you as obsolete, as colo. At times they feel like like some of those things. So And so as a caregiver, in consultation with the family, you should provide adolescents with freedom and support in exploring their world. You shouldn't inhibit on their freedom, but you should rather allow them, provide them with that freedom, that respect. They are being ushered into adulthood, so they need that respect, they need that freedom, and but must be guided. If you don't guide it, they will end up taking all sorts of all sorts of things into their grabbing all sorts of things. Teach them about sex, their sexual life. Tell them what is it to be a man. Tell them what is it to be a woman. The changes they should expect and how normal it's going to be. Provide opportunity to fit in by giving them room to be like their friends, and provide clarity on issues, but allow them to solve problems for themselves. Be very clear on issues, but allow them to solve problems on their self. And show respect and concern for the changes they are experiencing. You should show respect and concern for the changes they are experiencing. The menstruation, the broken voice for the males, the hairs growing at the pubic part. Not every child will go in smoothly. You have to know that not every child. So you should let them know, tell them, and show respect and concern for that too, and offer them high expectations and support to meet their personal goals. The next one is adolescents is characterized by movements away from the family towards a more independent life. They normally want to move, they become more and more independent. So as a caregiver, in consultation with your family, with the family of the child, support the family to envision the adolescent as an increasingly independent person. No parents become worried at this particular time. Their children that used to be their joy, used to be their teddy bear, used to hang around them, now they end up trying to be more independent. They want you to knock before you enter their room. They want you to show them respect as if they are also adults. So even though at the end of the day they will come and collect money from you to go to school, they want that needed respect. Talk to the family that this is the stage the child has gotten into. So they should also accord that respect, that the child is going to be more independent, and support the family to provide information about safe sex. Providing information about sex to the child should be the duty of the family. You should coordinate that. Initially I said to provide information on sex, but you should coordinate that with the family. And then talk about safe sex, also drug and alcohol abuse. They are more prone to indulging in some of these things. So they should be receiving information on it. And also recklessness with vehicles. Some families may allow their children to drive at this stage. So teach them about driving recklessly. All these things may not end them well. Moving towards physical maturity. So adolescents tend to move towards physical maturity. So caregivers must help young people to understand things related to their sexuality, including menstruation, wet dreams, and other body changes. Let them understand it. The ladies will start having their hips coming up. Let them understand it. The risk reduction around sexual abuse, how they will prevent sexual abuse, rape, and the rest. Let them understand it. Not hanging around, walking alone in a lonely place, not hanging around men often, probably those who doesn't trust, and a lot of things. Some few measures to help curtail rape and also other sexual abuse. Teach the child sexual abuse and what it means to be sexually abused, and the support systems in case one happens, and sexual feelings. Teach them sexual feelings, teach them sexual orientation, teach them sexual safety, and relationships, marriage, and parenting. Teach them. This is like the time that we take the children through relationships, marriage and parenting. Hi, good day, and you are welcome to another lecture of the home care assistant training course. And we started with growth and development in the last lecture, and this time around we talked about infancy from 0 or birth to 1 year. Then we also talked about from 1 to 3 years. This week, in this particular lecture, we are going to talk about 3 to 8 years. Some of the things that do happen, some of the changes, some of the things you should do. 3 to 8 years, sorry about that. This is the last lecture for this week. So today we've talked about toddler. We talked about preschool and adolescent. We talked about preschool and adolescent, the changes that do occur, and what you as a caregiver, what you should do. Your questions and your contributions are welcome. This is the last lecture for the 4th week. Thank you.